You started a business to have more freedom, and somehow you've ended up with less freedom than you had in the first place. Every single decision as a business owner is running through you. Perhaps your business is growing, which is fantastic, but you're the bottleneck holding it together, and you know it. Or worse, it's not growing, but you don't have the time to spend on investing and growing into your business. That's not a scaling problem, that's a you problem. And I say that with genuine care because I've been exactly where you are. After 20 years of starting, building and selling businesses, making millions, tens of millions along the way, I can tell you that how you scale your business has nothing to do with working harder and almost everything to do with removing yourself from the day-to-day business. So I'm going to show you exactly how to scale your business without working more hours, what you hand off first, when to hire versus hiring freelancers, and how to build a business that grows because of systems and processes, not because of you grinding yourself into the ground every single day and every single week. You are not the best person to do most of what you do in your business. I know that stings, right? But it is true. Most business owners convince themselves that nobody can do it as well as they can. And maybe that was true when you first started out and you were doing everything yourself. But if you try, or if you're trying to scale your business while still answering every email, chasing every invoice, posting on social media and handling customer queries, you are not running a business. You're doing a job that you've invented for yourself, that you've trapped yourself in. Here's how I think about it. Take everything you do in a week and split it into 3 categories. First, things that only you can do. So that's strategy, key relationships, the big decisions. Then in the second category, things that somebody else could probably do 80% as well as you can. That's things like admin, your bookkeeping, your scheduling, a lot of the customer work, a lot of the communication work. And then in the third category, things that somebody could, dare I say it, do better than you. Your accounts, your website, probably your social media if you're not very good at it. Most business owners spend 80% of their time in categories 2 and 3. That is 80% of your week spent on work that somebody else could actually handle and sometimes do better than you can, freeing you up to focus on the stuff that actually moves the needle, that grows your business. So the first step to scaling your business is admitting that your time has value. And spending it on £10, £20, £30 an hour sort of tasks when you could be doing work that's generating you thousands or hundreds or tens of thousands or making a real impact on your business is the most expensive mistake that you can make. So business owners, stop hiring full-time staff before you actually need them. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see people make, business owners make, when I'm advising them on how to scale a business. They think growing means more employees. So they go out and hire someone full-time. They take on the salary, the pension, the management overhead, and then realize they only had about 15 hours of actual work to do for that person in the first place. So you've just turned a cash flow problem into a bigger cash flow problem. The smarter move when trying to grow and scale your business as a business owner, especially when you're scaling from say 1 to 10 people, is to use freelancers and contractors first. So if you need somebody to handle your bookkeeping, a freelance bookkeeper for a few hours a week costs a fraction of a full-time hire. If you need help with your content or your marketing, there are brilliant, talented freelancers who will do project work for you without you committing to a salary. The rule I use is pretty simple. Freelance the task first. Track how many hours it actually takes. If and when it consistently feels, say, 25 or 20, 25, 30 hours a week, then this is when you might want to consider making it a permanent role, but not before. This way you scale your business sustainably instead of loading up on fixed costs and hoping that the revenue somehow catches up. Too many businesses have been killed by hiring too fast, not too slow. Grow and scale your business the smart way. And what I think you'll find in the current market is that as people want to move more towards freelance and fractional work, that actually some of the better people, some of the more talented people are actually looking for those sort of engagements. So by doing it this way, you're actually probably going to end up with better people, more talented people doing those jobs than perhaps somebody who's just looking for a fixed salary. So it's a smart way to grow and scale your business. Your business should not need you, the business owner, to function on a daily basis. If you went on holiday for 2 weeks and everything fell apart, you do not have a business. You have a job, you have a trap. And that is the brutal thing to hear, but as it is also the most important test of whether your business is actually scalable. The fix is systems and processes. And I don't mean some complicated software or 100-page operation manual. I mean documenting the repeatable stuff so that anyone could pick it up and start doing it without you. Start with the 3 things that happen the most often in your business. So for example, maybe that's how do you onboard a new customer? How do you deliver your product or service? How do you handle a complaint? They might be the 3 most important, but whatever they are, note them down. Write down each one step by step as if you were explaining it to someone on their first day who knew nothing about your business. That's a system, that's a process. Once those 3 most important things are documented, you will be amazed at how much easier it becomes to hand work off and to delegate to other people. Because the person you're delegating to isn't guessing, they're following a set process that you have already proven works. Every business I've ever built that has scaled successfully had clear, simple systems and processes at the core of it. Every one that ended up becoming a nightmare and hard to scale generally is the ones I didn't put the time into to set those processes and procedures. So if you want to scale your business, systems are not optional, they are essential. They are the foundation of everything you build beyond. Build them from day one, and if you didn't build them from day one, then start now and build them right now. They're going to help your business scale and grow. Unpopular opinion right now with business owners, but you being busy is not a sign your business is working. It is usually a sign that your business is broken. I know the hustle culture lot will disagree with me on this, but I have started, built and sold multiple businesses very successfully, making millions and tens of millions along the way. And I'm telling you, the businesses that made me the most money were the ones where I worked the fewest hours. Now, not because I was lazy, sure, I probably am lazy from time to time, but because I'd had a set process and procedure. I'd set them up so they didn't depend on me being involved in everything. The goal of scaling your business is not to do more, it is to build something that does more without you. That means saying no to work that does not move it forward. It means setting boundaries with clients who expect you to be available around the clock. It means blocking time in your diary for strategic thinking instead of filling every hour with mundane tasks. And it means accepting that good enough done by somebody else is almost always better than perfect done by you at midnight when you should be with your family or doing something fun. If, not saying that being with your family is not fun, but if you are exhausted and you're overworked and wondering when it gets easier when you decide to build a business differently, not when you find more hours in the day, because I'm sorry to break this to you, but there are no more hours in the day. If you want to get your business to a point where you are free to scale and grow it, then I can help you do that. I offer 1-hour rapid advice sessions. They're low cost. And you and I spend an hour going through your business, and I'll share with you the things you need to do to scale the business profitably. So if you think that spending an hour of your time with me would help you grow and scale your business, check out the link in the description or bio where you can find all the details. These sessions are deliberately set to be low cost and accessible to everybody, but I only do a few a week and there can be a wait list. So go take a look, and if you think I can help, get in touch. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I've been waffling on a bit today, but until the next time, bye for now.